Hi, welcome to the opening of the 2012 snow season, and it's a really important season for us. It's the first time we've been fully operational since the fires 3 years ago. Everything's back up and running. Fortunately, we've got our snow making up and running because the gods haven't been great to us this year at this time of year, but it'll come in the next few weeks as well. Hey! They're not astronauts, but that was the closest we could get, folks. So thank you very, very much for coming along today. But we aim to have a fun day here, no matter whether there is loads and loads of snow or, as we've got today, just a toboggan run running. We hope that you all have a fabulous time. We promise not to keep you long. We just do a few brief words from various people around the place. These are the people that actually make Lake Mountain happen. We've got our board members here, and also today is the launch of a very special document that is going to shape the snow industry for at least the next 10 to 15 years, and we'll talk to the author of that today once again very briefly. Whilst that's happening, to keep the kids entertained, we've got Lenny the Possum there. Give him a wave, Lenny. And we've got, now it's not a very original name, Tony, but his name is Bendigo Bank Piggy. So he's Piggy Bank. So say good day to Piggy Bank. There's some show bags to hand out, folks. So first of all, what I would like to do is I'd like to introduce to you Tony Thompson, the Deputy Chair of the Board of Lake Mountain Alpine Resort. Tony.
Thank you, Paul. Welcome everybody to Lake Mountain. It's great to see all the kids here. It's great to see our possum and our pig. They'll be in a race later, so that'll be interesting to see how they go. It's one thing to get up here and see some snow and enjoy the area and all the new facilities that we've got up here, but I'd like to thank you also for coming to the area to spend some money and help the local economy. It's one of those things that as we return after what we've been through in this area after the bushfires, that the local economy, staying at accommodation, spending at the shops, spending money here on the mountain, it's so important to us, and getting back on our feet is going to take quite a while, but part of Lake Mountain is to help lead that recovery, and I think the guys are doing a fantastic job up here. They've done so much work to get this place to where it is now. The new machinery that's in as well that have just arrived, and we're hoping for some natural snow over the next couple of weeks. So it's one of those things that is close to my heart. I have accommodation here myself in Marysville and have been up here for 12 years. The other things that are going on coming up into the season, there's different races and so forth that will go right through the snow season, and our local member of Parliament, Cindy McLeish, will talk a little bit more about that. But just enjoy the day, enjoy the facilities, enjoy the gifts and giveaways, and have a good time, and welcome to Lake Mountain. I'll hand it over to Cindy McLeish.
Good morning or afternoon? Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Cindy McLeish. I'm the State Member of Parliament for this area, and it's a terrific area and a place. Lake Mountain is a place that I love to come, and we can't always rely on the weather in Victoria. 2 weeks ago, it actually snowed here. Last year, there was snow for the opening of the ski season, but today we're lucky that we've got the man-made machines. Toboggan runnings are really fun, and I know, kids, that if you have your face painted, you go faster on the toboggans. Your parents might not have told you that, but that's a little secret that I know. Now, I just want to tell you a couple of things that are happening at Lake Mountain. Obviously, we're going to have some snow runs today, but it's the school holidays fairly soon. You might know that. And Mum and Dad might be looking for something to do. So one of the things that's great up here will be Christmas in July, and there'll be a program running along the Christmas theme all through the school holidays, and that will be fantastic. In another couple of weeks, we'll be having the Sprint X Championships, which was people on their cross-country skis going around bumps and jumps and corners pretty tightly and having a bit of fun there, and that's a great event as well. But you might have just seen the Flying Fox, and there's bike and walking paths and things like that, and lots that's really being developed in this area for the future. So Lake Mountain is something that has got a lot of potential, and I'm really pleased that after the fires it's where it is now. One of the things, though, it's important to keep building a resort like this is to have a good strategic plan in place. And so today is also the launch of the strategic plan that's been put together by the Alpine Resorts Coordinating Council, and Professor John Stanley with me is the one that has put that together, and it will be open for consultation for a 5-week period, which is really going to help us determine what the future of our mountain resorts are going to be in the next 10, 15 years, and it is important for those who are interested to actually have a voice and a say into that. So if you're interested, I encourage you to look up, John will give you some details and find that and have some input. Other than that, we'll be doing some races shortly and have a fun day. Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. Thanks very much, Cindy. It's always great to have you here. Very, very strong supporter of Lake Mountain. Has been ever since been elected just over 18 months ago now, and has been here on a regular basis. So I'd really like to thank you for your support and the effort you've put in, not only to us but to the local area. Now I know the kids are getting ready. They really want to get back on those toboggan slopes, so we won't keep you much longer. We're very privileged to have the author of the 2020 strategy here that is about to go to Cindy and her colleagues in 5 weeks' time. And I'd like to introduce John Stanley. John is the author of this. He could have been in any one of the mountains today, but he chose here. So, John, maybe if you could just tell us how important the snow industry is to Victoria and the people of Victoria.
Yeah, thanks very much, Paul. Snow industry and the resorts are worth about $600 million to Victoria in winter alone, and there's about 6,000 jobs. But not only are they important to the state, as Cindy pointed out, they're also really important to the local regions. And Lake Mountain is very important to the Marysville and the Murrindindi area, and very important to the recovery process. And the thing that Lake Mountain does, you can see it around you. Lake Mountain is where people learn what snow's about, where they get introduced to the snow experience. So it's wonderful to see so many kids here today. I'm sure you'll all have a great time. But then as you get a little bit more experience, you go to the bigger mountains, and that's what you'll find you're doing with your children.
Great, John. And John, can I ask, 600 million the snow industry's worth? That's a really big number, and 6,000 jobs. Do you feel the weight of the world on you as a result of writing this rather large document, John?
Oh, look, I do at the moment, but I'd feel a lot happier if I could see a bit more investment going into the resorts. And what I'd like to see here at Lake Mountain is more money put into snowmaking.
I think we should all agree with that. More money into snowmaking.
I'd like to see a beginner's downhill toboggan, a downhill run for snowboarding and for skiing. I think there's an opportunity too to do some eco accommodation on this mountain.
Right.
This has got huge opportunities, because the thing that Lake Mountain's got is it's affordable and it's accessible to Melbourne.
Brilliant, John. Thank you very much. Look, if people want to make a submission, I would really encourage people who come to Lake Mountain to have a look at this document. They're available here upstairs, and there's some over under the Bendigo Bank there. John, in terms of feedback, they've got 5 weeks to come back. Read the part on Lake Mountain, because it really is a positive future and a positive story that John has painted here. So now it's time that we get the government behind us, get private investment behind us, get the community behind us, and we'll really do that. The government's been extremely supportive of us to now, and no doubt as a result of this documentation, they'll start a new program that protects that 600 million and that 6,000 jobs.
Paul, I've heard that if you can actually beat Piggy Bank in the toboggan race, that Cindy will make sure you get a lot of money for investment.
Okay, all right, that's great. I think there's no truth to the rumour that I'm actually the Santa in Christmas in July either. So, people, welcome. Have a great time today. We will start the toboggan races up the top there. Cindy's going to go up, wander up and start the toboggan race. I'm not sure if Tony's going to join me in the first race against the Piggy Bank. John, are you joining us? John's not. Whilst I'm here, just some really big thanks to our major sponsors, who are Bendigo Bank. They've been sensational. If I could ask you to put your hands together for Bendigo Bank for their support of our weekends. We also have some other really great sponsors. Tourism Victoria, once again, are fantastic, and I'd like to thank, through Cindy, send our appreciation back to Tourism Victoria. To 20th Century Fox, after you've been up here and been iced, go and see Ice Age. There's Ice Age passes and village passes to be handed out today, yes. Buxton Ridge Winery are here, Rochford Wineries who support us in everything we do. Go over and taste some Rochford wines over in the cafe. Don't taste too much, buy some. Okay? And so they're our major sponsors for this weekend. So, look, I'd really like to thank everybody. We also have Little River Wines, local winery. Phil Challenge just moved back to the area. They're supporting us as well this weekend. Thanks to all of them. Thanks to you. Have a great day. I hope you win your race.